Welcome to our series on Parental Alienation Syndrome, PAS, a hidden form of child abuse. PAS involves one parent manipulating a child to reject the other parent without valid reasons. PAS severely affects children's emotional well-being, leading to anxiety, depression, and relationship issues. Alienating parents use tactics like bad-mouthing, limiting contact, and fabricating abuse allegations. Children caught in PAS face guilt, confusion, and emotional blackmail, impacting their future relationships. The effects of PAS can last into adulthood, causing trust issues and relationship difficulties. Alienating parents isolate the child from the targeted parent, controlling their social interactions and perceptions. Alienating parents distort the child's reality, turning positive memories into negative narratives. PAS weaponizes a child's love, forcing them to choose between parents and creating emotional turmoil. The family court system sometimes fails to recognize and address PAS, exacerbating the issue. Prolonged custody battles can financially benefit legal professionals, often at the child's expense. Addressing PAS requires legal reform, education, and a child-centered approach in family courts. The term silver bullet divorce might sound like something from a movie, but it represents a harsh reality for many families, particularly fathers, caught in the crosshairs of a manipulative legal strategy. This tactic, often employed in high-conflict divorces, centers around using false allegations of domestic violence as a weapon to gain an unfair advantage in custody battles and financial settlements. Imagine this: a father, devoted to his children, suddenly finds himself accused of horrific acts he never committed. His world is turned upside down as he faces restraining orders, limited access to his children, and the devastating social stigma associated with domestic violence. This, unfortunately, is the reality for many victims of the silver bullet divorce tactic. The motivation behind this strategy is often twofold: to secure primary custody of the children and to gain a more favorable financial settlement. By portraying the father as dangerous and abusive, the accusing party can sway the court's opinion, painting themselves as the protective parent deserving of sole custody and a greater share of marital assets. This tactic preys on the very systems designed to protect victims of domestic violence. The legal system, obligated to take accusations seriously, often errs on the side of caution, issuing restraining orders and limiting contact with children before a full investigation can occur. This creates an immediate power imbalance, placing the accused at a significant disadvantage, even if the allegations are later proven false. Section 2. Exploiting the system, a web of lies and manipulation. The silver bullet divorce tactic thrives on secrecy and manipulation, often involving a network of individuals complicit in perpetuating the false narrative. The accusing party, driven by a desire for control and revenge, may enlist the help of friends, family members, or even professionals willing to corroborate their story regardless of its veracity. These false allegations are often crafted with meticulous detail, designed to exploit societal biases and evoke sympathy for the accuser. Vague accusations of emotional abuse, carefully timed to coincide with custody hearings, or fabricated stories of physical violence can easily sway the opinion of those unfamiliar with the family's dynamics. Furthermore, the accuser may coach children to make false statements, exploiting their innocence and loyalty to manipulate the situation in their favor. Children, eager to please and often confused by the conflict surrounding them, can be easily influenced to parrot the accusations they hear, unaware of the long-term consequences of their words. This web of lies and manipulation extends beyond the immediate family circle. Attorneys, motivated by financial gain or personal biases, may perpetuate the false narrative, advising their clients to maintain the accusations even in the face of contradictory evidence. The legal system, burdened by heavy caseloads and limited resources, may not always have the capacity to thoroughly investigate each claim, potentially allowing false accusations to stand unchallenged. Section 3. Breaking the cycle. Seeking justice and protecting families. Combating the silver bullet. Divorce tactic requires a multifaceted approach encompassing legal reform, increased awareness, and support for those falsely accused. The current system, while designed to protect victims, can inadvertently be weaponized against the innocent, demanding a critical re-evaluation of its processes and safeguards. One crucial step is to advocate for stricter penalties for false accusers. Holding individuals accountable for making false allegations, both in civil and criminal court, can serve as a deterrent, discouraging those who might exploit the system for personal gain. Furthermore, family courts need to implement more rigorous investigative procedures to ensure the veracity of abuse claims. This includes conducting thorough interviews with all parties involved, obtaining independent evidence, and appointing qualified professionals to assess the family dynamics and the credibility of the accusations. Raising awareness about the silver bullet divorce tactic is equally crucial. Educating the public, legal professionals, and law enforcement about the prevalence and devastating impact of false allegations can help create a more discerning and cautious approach to handling such cases. Finally, it's essential to provide support for those falsely accused. This includes access to legal aid, counseling services, and support groups where individuals can connect with others who have experienced similar situations. Rebuilding their lives and reputations after enduring such a traumatic experience requires compassion, understanding, and a commitment to seeking justice. Section 1. The case of Sarah, a child's struggle with divided loyalties. Sarah's world turned upside down when her parents announced their separation. A bitter custody battle ensued, with Sarah caught in the crossfire. Her mother began employing subtle alienation tactics against her father. Initially, the changes were subtle. Disparaging remarks about her father's character became common. Negative interpretations twisted happy memories. The manipulation became more overt over time. Phone calls and visits with her father were restricted. Sarah, torn between her parents, walked on eggshells. She internalized her mother's negative pronouncements. The bond with her father began to fray. Sarah's story is a heartbreaking example of parental alienation. The emotional toll on Sarah was evident. Her once bright smile faded, replaced by anxiety and sadness. She withdrew from friends and activities, lost in her thoughts. Her schoolwork suffered due to the emotional turmoil. Sarah's story highlights the devastating impact of parental alienation. She was robbed of her childhood innocence and a healthy relationship with both parents. Mark's fight for justice, exposing false allegations. Mark, a dedicated father and successful businessman, never imagined he'd fight for his freedom and right to be a parent. His estranged wife accused him of domestic violence to gain the upper hand in their divorce. The accusations were as shocking as they were false. Mark, a man of integrity, was painted as a monster. Restraining orders limited his contact with his children to supervised visits. Determined to clear his name, Mark embarked on a grueling legal battle. He gathered evidence and presented witnesses to refute the accusations. He endured countless court hearings, facing down his accuser. The legal battle took a heavy toll on Mark. The financial burden of legal fees threatened to cripple him. The emotional strain of being separated from his children took a toll on his health. Yet Mark persevered, driven by love for his children and belief in the truth. He refused to be silenced, knowing his children deserved to know the truth. His story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the love of a parent fighting for justice. The long road to healing, rebuilding relationships after alienation. The scars of parental alienation run deep, affecting both parent and child, long after legal battles end. Rebuilding relationships requires patience, understanding, and a commitment to healing. The journey begins with grieving lost time and missed milestones. Demonstrating consistency, reliability, and unwavering love is crucial. Navigate hurt and anger with empathy and understanding. Therapeutic intervention provides a safe space to process experiences and rebuild relationships. With time, patience, and love, it's possible to mend broken bonds and create a brighter future. Section 1. The urgent need for awareness. Parental alienation is a pervasive issue with far-reaching consequences. It's a silent epidemic, often unrecognized and unaddressed. Children manipulated and weaponized, parents falsely accused. This systemic problem demands our attention. We must shine a light on this insidious form of abuse. Awareness is the first crucial step towards prevention and justice. Educate ourselves, our communities and professionals. It's a form of child abuse, plain and simple. The emotional well-being of our children must be paramount. By raising awareness, we empower individuals to recognize the signs. Together, we can create a society where children are protected. Their right to a loving relationship with both parents is upheld. Section 2. Advocating for change, protecting our children. Awareness alone is not enough. We must translate our knowledge into action, advocating for systemic changes that protect children from the scourge of parental alienation. This requires a multi-pronged approach, addressing the issue on legal, social, and cultural levels. Within the legal system, we need to push for reforms that prioritize the best interests of the child above all else. This includes mandating specialized training for all legal professionals handling family law cases. Judges, attorneys, and custody evaluators need to be equipped with the knowledge and skills to recognize and address parental alienation effectively. Implementing stricter penalties for false accusers. Holding individuals accountable for making false allegations of abuse can deter those seeking to manipulate the system for their own gain. Promoting alternative dispute resolution methods. Encouraging mediation and collaborative law can help de-escalate conflict and foster more amicable solutions that prioritize the child's well-being. Beyond legal reforms, we need to shift societal attitudes towards divorce and co-parenting. This includes promoting a culture of shared parenting, encouraging both parents to remain actively involved in their children's lives even after separation can help mitigate the potential for alienation. Providing support and resources for families, offering counseling, education, and support groups can help families navigate the challenges of divorce and co-parenting in healthy and constructive ways. Challenging gender biases. Addressing societal stereotypes that favor one parent over the other can help create a more balanced and equitable approach to custody and visitation. By advocating for these changes, we can create a system that truly protects children, ensuring they have the opportunity to grow and thrive in safe, loving, and nurturing environments. Section 3, a message of hope: you are not alone. To those who have been affected by parental alienation, whether you are a targeted parent, a child caught in the middle, or a family member or friend witnessing the devastation firsthand, please know that you are not alone. The pain, confusion, and sense of injustice you feel are valid. Your experiences matter and your voices deserve to be heard. There is hope for healing and reconnection. While the road to recovery can be long and challenging, there are resources available to help you navigate this difficult journey. Seek support from therapists specializing in parental alienation. Connect with support groups and surround yourself with people who believe in you and your story. Remember that your worth as a parent or as a child is not defined by the actions of the alienating parent. You are worthy of love, respect, and healthy relationships. Don't give up hope. Keep fighting for the truth, for justice, and for the loving bond you deserve. If you are experiencing parental alienation, or if you suspect someone you know might be, please reach out for help. There are resources available to support you. You can find links to organizations that specialize in parental alienation in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and please share this video to help raise awareness about this critical issue.